Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I'm Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. Alright, guys, on this episode of Bullet Points this beautiful Saturday afternoon, we have got to talk about something that is occurring. It's coming out of nowhere, and we're noticing some moves. But it's official, guys. We may actually have to start standing our ground on stand your ground laws. I'll explain what I mean in a second, but the left is making a very noticeable push against standing your ground laws in multiple states, 28 to be specific. I'm going to go into the details. I'm going to show you what's happening specifically in Florida right after I do this quick read, and then we're going to hit it and hit it hard. Everything is linked in the description box below per usual, and I want to hear from you guys on this one because this is a development, so let me know what you guys think. Now, our sponsor for this week's videos is Woox. That's W-O-O-X. They are a new outdoor brand based in Hickory, North Carolina, and their mission is to create high-end products for outdoor enthusiasts. The company is the wild child of Manelli Group, an Italian company started in 1937 by Francesco Manelli and his three sons in northern Italy. By making gear in-house, we're able to provide higher quality, better looking, high-end products at a fraction of the going craftsmanship price. And they really look legitimate, guys. If you're looking for some cool accessories, it is a good option, and there is a discount code down below the link just for you guys. If you're looking to do the outdoors, do it beautifully by clicking the link in the description and checking out Woox today. And thank you to Woox for making this week's videos possible. But now, let's dive into the stand your ground for the stand your ground situation. So like I said, everything linked in the description box, but listen to where they're going on this. Stand your ground is laxer than rules for combat. Okay, let's dive in a little bit further. Shoot first, ask questions later. No responsibility for an armed person to de-escalate or retreat from something they decide is a threat. Now, I did an entire piece on this, actually one of my authors did an entire piece on this on the Second Press. Now, the entire background and history of stand your ground laws and when they aren't in place is really bad for individuals who defend themselves or their family members because it leaves it up to a jury or a court to decide if you did or did not take the proper action. People who were not there, who could not ascertain what was going on, it's really not a good look. These rules are here for a reason. But let's keep going. Let's check out what this author is setting up. I call them shoot first laws, but they're more commonly advertised by the gun lobby as stand your ground laws. Well, they're actually called stand your ground laws, so you can try to remarket it all you want, but it's called stand your ground laws. I served in combat, and these laws are more permissive than the rules of engagement I had to observe in Iraq. But that's the law in Florida. Florida, keep that in mind. Immunity to anyone with a gun who, quote, stands their ground in public, sometimes without even a judge or a jury deciding the actions were warranted because it was clear that it was self-defense. They don't say that part. But the definition of stand your ground in Florida, and you can look this up because I've already shown you on multiple videos, it literally is if your life is at threatened or you perceive your life as at threat, you can take equal force. That's essentially the law. It is not a shoot first. It is if you perceive threat to yourself or others, you can enact deadly force if deadly force is applied. It is not someone's yelling at me so I can just discharge my firearm. But they're trying to make it look that way. Let's keep going. And a common theme shows up in these articles. You'll notice this. You'll see this across the board. I'm a gun owner, an NRA certified pistol instructor, and a combat veteran, so I'm one of you. See that alignment reach? I understand guns and gun culture, and I have been to places with more guns and more violence than Florida. Okay, so I'm going to pause his moves really quickly, and I'm going to bring up some stats from the CDC, because keep in mind, the entire thing here is no longer you can't have a gun, you shouldn't have a gun, common sense gun laws, mag bans, AR bans. Now it's not taking anything away because they've lost support on the gun control side. Now it's, how can you use that firearm, which we support because we own them too. Do you see that very quick switch? Very important. But let's dive into this a little bit deeper from the CDC. How common are firearm injuries? Firearm injuries are a serious public health problem. In 2019, there were 39,707 firearm-related deaths in the United States. That's about 109 people dying from firearm-related injury each day, so that's where the gun controllers stop. 6 out of every 10 deaths were firearm suicides, and more than 3 out of every 10 were firearm homicides. So 30% of that 109 number, but 33 sounds so much less impactful than 109. You see what they're doing? Got one more for you. Check this out. Also from the CDC. Although definitions of defensive gun use vary, it is generally defined as the use of a firearm to protect and defend oneself, family, others, and/or property against crime or victimization. Estimates of defensive gun use vary depending on the questions asked, population studied, time frame, and other factors related to design studies. But this report, which is linked, indicates a range of 60,000 to 2.5 million defensive gun uses each year. So 600,000 to 60,000 to 2.5 million defensive gun uses per year. Do you really think that there's that many stand your ground instances? There is not. In fact, the numbers aren't even available. It's so small. We must take steps to eradicate the culture of violence and death. We must make it harder for Americans to use guns to kill other Americans. Well, I promise the commission of crime is significantly larger than stand your ground laws, which are a byproduct of fighting that standing crime. It's very important that we understand this because the nuance that they're using is very subtle. Until we rid the country of stand your ground laws, we will continue to live in a combat zone. We will continue to be divided, and our fellow citizens will continue to die needlessly. We are truly a country at war with ourselves. And the reason I covered this is because it's incredibly important how they're shifting so hard to stand your ground laws. They're doing this nationally, they're also doing this locally, specifically in Florida, where the law is extremely clear. And tonight at the 9 p.m. segment, we're going to hit that a lot clearer. But it's really, really important to understand that when they move these ways, it's crucial to see what they're doing. Let me know what you guys think in the comment field below, and I will see you tonight on the 9 p.m. segment. I'm Braden. See you later.